This is the story of a young man who was addicted to masturbation for 6 years. We shall call him Kute Semutundu, who at the time of this addiction was a secondary school student. Semutundu says he was addicted to pornography and he loved to read and watch it. One day, he started masturbating. The satisfaction he got from it was unbeatable. He did it the second and third time, and then it became routine. During this time, Semutundu says he never desired to be with a woman. His palms were enough to get him sexually satisfied. However, the worst came when the addiction started affecting his concentration in class, as numerous times he had to excuse himself from class to just go and masturbate. Semutundu's turning point came during his senior 6 vacation when he finally got a girlfriend. He claims he felt inadequate when he first had sex with this girl and that it was less satisfactory and he had premature ejaculation. After reading about what the cause of his sexual dysfunction could be, he sought medical attention. Pastor Martin Simpa, a religious leader and moral activist, says he is dealing with numerous cases of young people battling with this addiction.
I share that even I myself, in my high school, I struggled with masturbation for several years until I came to the point where I realized that my faith and this practice were incompatible.
Although not many people confess engaging in masturbation, Dr. Vincent Karhanga, a senior private health practitioner, has told us that the vice is real and common in teenagers.
They have not yet got people to relate with sexually, and yet they have a feeling that they want sex. So what do? They help themselves with their hands and they power the thing in the sink.
Medically, masturbation is done to analyze semens. Other reasons advanced for masturbation are that it is a way of preventing HIV/AIDS and pregnancy in the case of women.
Some people say that this is a form of birth control. I mean, that's ridiculous. And then others justify that it's a form of AIDS prevention. Look, you cannot teach people behavior change by not teaching them how to regulate their behavior.
Society and religion have labeled the vice as sex abuse. Dr. Karhanga, however, says masturbation is not bad, except in cases of addiction.
Masturbation is having sex with yourself. It's having sexual feelings, and instead of regulating them and controlling those impulses, is going ahead and choosing to manipulate yourself to have a sexual experience. So spiritually, it's not good.
It's perfectly normal and healthy. But it becomes a problem when one substitutes this masturbation for sex.
When you mention masturbation, many people think it is done by only men. However, Dr. Karhanga says it is even worse in women.
Even women do it, but people have always thought that when it is done by a man, that's when it's bad. It's not true. If it is done by either a man or a woman in preference to sex, which is supposed to lead to a family, then it has become bad.
The constant use of hands and sex toys to satisfy sexual desires, according to Dr. Karhanga, has a tendency of depleting sexual hormones that may make sexual intercourse less interesting.
And when one goes to do it with the normal private part, the sensitivity may be lower.
Dr. Karhanga warns that continued addictions to masturbation could result into irreversible reproductive health problems, like in the case of Semutundu.
Whoever is doing it, once he gets addicted, he starts fearing the public, he starts getting stressed, and in the end, the problems of premature ejaculation, retarded ejaculation, impotence, and fear of women and low esteem.
A recent study indicates that when done in the ages of 20 and below, masturbation can actually decrease your cases of getting cancer. But the same study warns that when done in 40s and above, you could actually be increasing your cases of getting cancer. Gertrude Tumusime Uitkware, NTV.